favorite guest in the program, the one and only Matt Grothe. He's got the lightning shirt on. What's going on, brother?
Doing well. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
So good. How are things?
Good. Yeah, can't complain. Obviously, I'm pretty sure you saw that I went to the first scrimmage yesterday. So I haven't seen the boys in a while. It was good to be out on the football field and especially see all the new construction, the stadium being built. It's going up quick.
It was hot as hell out there too.
Well,
Crazy, man. Crazy heat.
it it, it was hot. I'll give you that. But luckily, I was standing on the defensive side,
Nice.
and they had the shade from the indoor practice facility, so it was a little cooler over there.
How was it like, Matt, to be able to see? I mean, obviously you saw where this whole program came from, and to be able to see now like the indoor practice facility and the new stadium going up, like what is that like from your eyes?
There's spoiled brats. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it it makes me smile,
Mhm.
to be a part of. You know, I can't even imagine the guys that first started this program. I remember when I came in 2005, and we were told horror stories of the guys working out of trailers and stuff, and then we were fortunate enough to get the actual facility, and then now there's the indoor practice facility, and there's the stadium being built. Where like yesterday when I was pulling up to practice, I came in the back way of USF and literally drive by the old practice fields that we used to practice on,
Mhm.
and it's just a big hole, and there's 47 tractors out there making all kinds of noise and putting steel beams in the ground. So it's definitely needed for a long time, and I'm glad that it's happening, and it looks like it's happening extremely quick. So
Yeah, man. Cannot wait to be there. It's going to be incredible for not just USF, but our entire community as a whole. What did you see from Byron Brown yesterday? Obviously, last year dealt with some injuries. I mean, he looks healthy. He looks good. I mean, what's the ceiling for this kid in this offense going into 2025?
well, I will I will defend the offense a little bit. Um, it's first of four, I believe, four scrimmages they're going to have before the first game. If your defense isn't ahead of your offense in the first scrimmage, then you got bigger issues on the field,
Right.
and I think that showed yesterday. There was a couple of really big plays and some really good plays on both sides of the offense and defense. There was this one play where Byram hit a guy across the middle, and I thought he was going to take it to the house, and about the 15 or 20-yard line, he got chased down, and the guy knocked the ball out, and defense made a big play. So it's good to see on both sides of the ball. And I'll tell you what, I gotta get better with my names going into the season. But uh, I was not only am I looking forward to seeing Byram, but if anything happens to him going into this season, that transfer kid from Tennessee looks really
Yeah.
really good too. So
What about Alex Golish, man? Now that he's been here a couple of years, what have you seen from him? How have you seen his growth? And what does it look like for this team, I think, as a whole going forward this season?
AG is a good dude, man. Like I was talking to some people on Monday, and they were like, "Hey, we got a scrimmage on Wednesday. If you want to come out." Came out, um, was there for maybe 2 minutes, and I got waved down by somebody on the field and was like, "Hey, AG saw you, and he wants to come say hey to you." So it was like, it's pretty cool that not only he had to have taken the time to know that I was going to be
Right.
there and wanted to say hi and welcome me back. So um, he definitely has a really good head on his shoulders, and um, I love I love how he gets after it because he'll sit there. I watched it 100 times yesterday at practice. He'll sit there and let those guys make mistake after mistake or make a good play, but after the drive's done, he was getting in them guys, and I mean, if you're going to be in a D1 college football player, you got to learn how to take that kind of stuff. And I tell you one thing. Yesterday was the first time I'd ever been out at a USF practice where I was glad that I wasn't on the field because we there's some big boys out there this year. I mean, even over the past 10, 15 years when I've gone to practices and watched it, I'm like, every now and again you're like, all right, I can still do this, or in your
Mhm.
head you can, but yesterday, man, it was just like some of these guys look like giants, and the way they move, and we look good. And another good thing is, I was talking to some of the other coaches, and they're really excited about the depth that we have on the team.
Right.
So, obviously that's the biggest thing when it comes to towards the end of the year, the middle of the year, you need to have that depth. There's a reason why the Alabamas of the world and the Georgias of the world um, can get a key injury and stay where they are is because they have that depth. And I don't know, I can't tell you maybe more than once or twice in the last 15 years since I've been done, I've heard the word
Mhm.
depth so many times as I did
Right.
yesterday. And I mean, it's going to play key, especially with the first 3 games of the year. I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but I'd be willing to bet that USF probably has the hardest 3 game
Yeah, they
season
do.
at the beginning of the year in the country.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, how would you get in your mindset? How would you like prepare your team? Because I know the cliche is one game at a time, one play at a time, and you break it down to that micro kind of analysis there. Don't get too far ahead, but at the end of the day, you are human, right, Matt? Like you look at that schedule. So, what would you think the overall mindset going into the start of the season to be to try to weather that storm? Because that outside noise is going to be pretty loud, saying what you just said, right? The start to your season is going to be more difficult than anybody else's.
Yeah, I mean, you got Boise. The first 3 games are top 23 opponents, so
Mm-hmm.
and uh, it's going to be and to play off your cliche, I think the when you're younger, you don't you don't fully understand the one game at a time. I mean, it
Mm-hmm.
makes more sense to me now that I'm older and I've done it and seen it and whatever. But I mean, I think that's the best thing you can do to tell those kids. And they're not going to fully understand, one play at a time, one snap at a time, one game at a time. But you you have to you have to find something in your head and your mentality to forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a lot. I've watched over the last 20 years of my life, watched incredible players, high school, college, and then you never see them again when they go to the NFL because they can't get that mentality factor right. And that was another thing that Coach Golish brought up to me yesterday was that the guys are starting to figure it out and understand that practice isn't just practice. Practice is to prepare for a game and be ready to go week one. So it's going to be a tough three week stretch, but I'll tell you what, I, I'm looking forward to it more than the beginning of the season than ever because if we can somehow pull out a win or two or God
Right.
forbid win all three somehow. I mean,
Woo!
it'll be the whole city of Tampa will be on the map and everywhere. So
So you're right. The more games that they win in the beginning of the season, the brighter the spotlight is going to be on that team. And I'm with you. I'm such a believer in Alex Golish and such a believer in Byron Brown. And it's kind of crazy too because you look at it now with the NIL and the transfer portal. I mean, you know as well as I do. Like, there's a lot of people in and outside of USF. Could Byram have left after last season? Right. I mean, that's a question that a lot of people ask. We don't know, right? Because with how much money people are throwing around, you're talking about a kid 2 years ago that's putting up passing and rushing numbers that were only equaled by Jaden Daniels, who won the Heisman Trophy. So if he would have moved on, you would have been like, hey, man, if you're going to go to one of these huge schools and they're giving you $5 million a year, it's hard to fault a kid. But there's a reason why he came back. And I think a huge part of that is Alex Golis being able to accentuate his strength. I mean, were you surprised at all that Byram came back and just like the state because of the state of college athletics?
nothing surprises me anymore. I mean, it's hard to explain with this whole NIL and everything that's going on. Some kids, I feel like, almost feel like it's the mentality part too. You either have to get it or you don't get it. Because I
Hmm.
mean, I don't another kid that I don't remember the name, but I remember I think he was from Tennessee as well. Wasn't there a kid from Tennessee that thought he could get more money and he was already going to be a top three
Oh
quarterback and
yeah,
then transferred and
yeah,
didn't
Ian
get anything?
Maliava, and then he went to UCLA. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So like the grass isn't always greener. So
Hmm.
um, you know, at the end of the day, if you're happy where you're at and and I know that I'm pretty sure they're taking well
Yeah.
of Byron. So
Yeah, but he ain't scratching two pennies together right
no,
now. That's for sure.
no. So he just needs to settle in. You know,
Hmm.
obviously he had the year last year that he was injured most of the year, and it's going to be exciting to see him going into a fully rested body going into the season, and it's going to have to start fast. That's for sure.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And listen, the guy that played a ton last year was Bryce Archie, and he made the decision to go pro in the major leagues after getting drafted by the Cincinnati Reds. I mean, just take, what did you make of that whole situation? Because I thought he did a really good job in an offense that really, I mean, he was more of a traditional pocket passer, not so much of an RPO guy. I think he made the most of it, led the team to its second bowl victory. And, I watched him on the mound this year throwing 95 against Florida State. And I was like, not to be a dick or anything, but your future might be on this field instead of the other one. I mean, it's got to be cool to be able to see a USF guy. It sucks that he's not going to be with the program, but I feel like he made the right choice for his future. Don't you agree?
Oh, 100%. I mean,
Yeah.
if you get drafted and you're like you said, you're throwing 95. I I mean, that is one thing in life that I always regretted was never playing baseball growing up.
Did you never play baseball at all?
And the crazy part is in high school, like all of my good dude friends were baseball players. Like I was on the football field, but uh, after a football game on a Friday or Saturday night, I was hanging out with my buddies who played baseball, and
Oh my God.
baseball was always in the spring. And my senior year, after my senior year of football, um, the baseball season was like a little bit over halfway through this, and
Hmm.
I had been to a bunch of games just to cheer them on or whatever. And the coach came up to me one day and was like, "Hey, we've been in a slump. They had lost like 4 games in a row, and he was like, why don't you come out here?" He's like, "I know all your buddies are out here." So I I ended up playing like the last 2 weeks of the baseball season, doing absolutely, I have no idea what I'm doing, throwing
Oh
the
my
baseball like
God.
a football. But I always give my buddies a hard time because I ended up getting two at bats, and I got walked in my first one by a guy that was throwing like 64. It wasn't even fast. And then the second guy, I think I think he played at Winter Haven. It was either Winter Haven or Lake Wales, and it was Jordan Schaefer
Okay.
who
Oh,
who,
okay.
who was throwing 90 something,
Oh my
and
God.
yeah, and actually hit me with a ball, and I got on base. So I always give him a hard time that I'll go down in history as the best on base percentage in Lake Gibson history.
Oh my God. The record books. You think USF record books is all you'll see Matt Grothe's name? No, my friends. Lake Gibson baseball too. I love that. That's amazing. Yeah. I mean, you see that a lot. Baseball, football, and did you play any other sports growing up outside of football?
No, I did taekwondo growing up. Actually was into that before I got into football, and actually went to the Junior Olympics 2 years when I was 12 and 13 for taekwondo.
No
Yeah,
way.
yeah, I'm a second degree black belt in taekwondo. So,
Wow. Are you a big MMA fan? Did that translate?
um, it wasn't real popular. I mean,
Hmm.
there was grappling and ground stuff when I was growing up, but I mean, I love MMA. I watch it all
Hmm.
the time. My dog's trying to come say
Hey.
hi. But
That's
yeah,
awesome, man.
I actually think You know, my dad always tells me all the time that he thinks that me doing taekwondo growing up was one of the biggest helpers of my football career just because of the mental aspect of it all.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, I did taekwondo, I think one session when I was like 8 or 9, and then my dad was like, "You want to play hockey?" And I was like, "Yep, let's do hockey." And then, but you bring up a great point because I was a good baseball player. I was an all-star, whatever. But when I played hockey, I took another step forward, huge step forward because of the physical aspect of it. And as I got older, my best friends that were linebackers on the football team, they'd say we kind of play the same position because I play defense. And they're like, "Don't take this the wrong way. You're not the biggest guy in the world, but you lay people out." And I go, "Yeah, you're a linebacker." He's like, "We kind of play the same spot." I'm like, "Yeah, kind of a little bit," but the physicality, right? Like once you play something like that, it takes it to another level. Um,
100%.
I want to ask you about the Tampa Bay Lightning, man. How cool is it to be able to see the Lightning kind of grow over your years being in Tampa Bay?
Hockey's. I've. I don't know if I'd ever step have the balls to step on a hockey rink to play hockey, but I think now that I'm in my 30s, late 30s, I enjoy playoff hockey more than I enjoy watching anything else on TV.
It's another level, isn't it? Like it's
So fun.
crazy.
It's like I have a smile on my face all the time watching the game. It's just like, no matter what's going on.
You're like a kid on Christmas.
Yeah.
Who have you met over the years? What Lightning players have you met?
Oh gosh. Quite a few. I think Stamkos is probably my biggest awe. I think
Yeah.
that was. I actually met him. I met quite a few of them. Stamkos was definitely the biggest. Like, holy cow! But when when I was with when I was playing arena football for a little bit, we were that's where we played
Hmm.
at. So a lot of times you'd walk out in the parking lot and you'd be like, oh, there's 6 Ferraris and 2 Lamborghinis. The hockey team must be here. So, but
Look,
yeah, I it's and it's crazy how like you don't think about it watching on TV. Some of these guys are giants. They're
I
6'9". You're like,
mhm.
eh, eh,
Victor Hedman is a huge
Hedman.
man.
Oh, he
He's
is.
huge.
Yeah, literally the definition of a giant is what he is,
Yeah.
especially with skates on.
Yeah, and he's always like, "Hey Jay," I'm like, "All right, how's the weather up there, Vic?" How's it? And that's without the skates on. I'm like, "Holy smokes, man!"
Yeah,
You think about it too, because you'd love to see a guy like that on the football field, because they throw a lot of the guys kick the soccer ball around before the game, but Hedman and Stamkos always threw the football. So it's always cool to be able to see those guys play some different sports too. Um, because yeah, man. I mean, Stamkos is a big baseball player as well. So that whole cross thing. I mean, how have you? Before I let you go, how have you seen that grow? Was it when you were playing at USF? Was the like relationship like that with all the pro sports teams, with the Lightning, with the Rays, with the Bucks, or is that something that's grown over the last 20 years or so?
I mean, I think social media has helped with
Right.
that quite a bit. But I mean, at the same time, when like the year, what was it? Oh yeah, '07 when we started having a run.
Yeah.
I remember sitting on the sideline one day and somebody was like, "Holy shit, Evan Longoria's 3 rows up, sitting back there watching us play." So,
Yeah.
and I mean, I think that's what makes everybody always wants to call themselves the city of champions, and I think that definitely helps when you have support from other teams that are doing well. I mean, I remember a game, I think '07 was the same year that the Rays
Mm-hmm.
went far in the playoffs, and during one of our games, one of the people I was sitting on the sideline, we were way up, and they threw me the Rays hat, and I wore it on the
Yeah, I
sideline.
remember that the picture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and the Rays were doing real well that year too. So, anytime you get support from any other sport in your city is only gonna help with your confidence. I would think.
You got that right, my friend. All right, he's USF Hall of Famer Matt Grothe. Matt, always appreciate chatting with you, my friend, and we'll talk to you again here in the next couple of months. And hopefully, we, like you said, let's get a couple of wins, man, to get the spotlight on our boys in the Tampa Bay area. Appreciate you, buddy. We'll talk soon.
All right, appreciate it, Jay. Go Bulls.
You got it. Yes, sir. Go Bulls.